Chief Meteorologist Jesse Walker.
Hey, everybody had a great time today down in Jasonville at Shakamak School. Talked to the 8th graders. They got 3 groups. They were all together for the talk, but I'll show those to you. Here's the first group right here. Here comes the second group. I really had 2 topics. I talked about the eclipse coming up on April 8th and some facts about that and what to expect. And I think they're all excited about that. Here comes your last group here. And then we talked about a night of the tornado back on March 31st, because that area of Jasonville was an area that we were concentrating on as the storm went through. So we had a great time talking about eclipse and a tornado down there at Shakamak School. 8th graders always have a good time. I'm going to go out and visit with those kids. Hey, we've got the drought monitor, which came out today, which actually is an improvement. Nobody under severe drought for now. Remember last week, the 2 high-impact storms, which brought wind and rain and some snow? Well, now we're down to moderate drought and abnormally dry. So the severe drought gone. Those big storms last week did have an impact. Speaking of storms, a blast of winter on the way. If you're in a blue shaded county, you're under a winter weather advisory for tonight to tomorrow morning. That's mostly the northern areas. However, everybody under a wind chill advisory. But notice, this takes effect for Friday evening through Saturday morning. It's going to be cold in the morning, but it will be colder with a wind chill on Friday evening and Friday night. So it's yet another blast of cold that moves in. And these are the things I'm kind of looking at. The snow tonight, windy on Friday with some blowing snow. That's going to be an issue. Dangerously cold wind chills. Warming up next week. And I actually talked about this last night and did a video on this. There may be a little ice when we first warm up next week. That would be Monday night into Tuesday before it warms up and stays there for a while. We call it the January thaw. That's coming up next week. 31 the high today, 23 the low. Look at the record low back in 1994. 29 below zero. No precipitation yet. That'll be changing before midnight as the snow is starting to get closer to us, and it will be moving in here. And it will be all snow with the temperatures, of course, below 32 degrees. Wabash River in Terre Haute continues to fall. Right now it is just under 6 feet. Here's what we're looking at then. Snow moves in for tonight. Cold into the week, dangerously cold wind chills. But next week, the January thaw, we actually break things and temperatures will warm back up above normal as we head into next week. At the airport in Terre Haute, we're 29 now, but look at the wind, only 3 miles per hour. Remember that, because tomorrow going to be a lot stronger behind this Clipper system moving in. Temperatures are pretty much below freezing. We're at freezing in Washington and Florida, but everybody else, and also Effingham, but everybody else pretty much just slightly below the freezing mark. Here comes that Clipper system. See the spin right there? Diving down to the southeast. That's what we'll be watching tonight. You can already start to see snow across Iowa, and it is moving pretty quickly down this way. So we do see the clouds on the increase, and here it comes. There's the snow in Iowa, portions of northwestern Illinois. Getting closer on the Dorsey Automotive Doppler radar, maybe getting a few light snowflakes just west of the area, but the main band is off to the northwest. You can see here in Iowa, Davenport area, Cedar Rapids, and this is moving to the southeast. So it's just a matter of time before some of that snow starts to move in. So here's the timing on that. Getting here maybe as early as, say, about 10 o'clock tonight. And then we'll continue through, but it moves quick. So it's pretty much out of here by about 7 to 8 a.m. tomorrow. After that, we're talking about just some cold weather as we head for the rest of tomorrow and into the day coming up on Saturday. And as far as the snowfall out of this, it's kind of what I've been thinking all along. This week, we've been talking about how much snow we might see out of this. Generally, I think 1 to 2 inches will cover most of you, but it's also going to get windy. We'll blow some of that snow around in the morning. Forecast tonight, then snow moves in after, say, about 9, 10 o'clock, and the wind picks up late overnight. 15 for the low. We don't recover much. 15 is the low. The high tomorrow only gets up to around 18. But the snow is over, cloudy and windy and cold. And after that, a bitter start to the weekend before it warms up. Temperatures next week, check this out, will be in the 40s Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Grant.